just about to get underway. Our starter in this one, Zach Wheeler. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Tyrone Taylor.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Way out front for strike two.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Outside. Ball two. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
2 out, space is empty. Swings and misses, and the Mets go 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, number 51, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
The 1-1. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Punched that one down the line for extra bases, and that was an excellent job going with the pitch on the outside. Got his bat on plane and just drove it.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Man at second. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And here comes Alec Boehm. Just missed. One out and a runner at second. Hit in the air out to center field. Taylor makes the catch for the out.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Nick.
And time now for the Phillies lineup. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Trey Turner.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Turner at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. And that is that. We move on to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. No score. Back at Citizens Bank Park, second inning set to go. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. The pitch. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Jeff McNeil stands in. Next offering is downstairs. Second inning here, no score. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Struck him out without a swing. And he strikes out the side for the second time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in Philadelphia, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now batting Max Kepler.
Max Kepler.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The next pitch misses, and the count's even at 2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now it's JT Realmuto. 1 down, base is empty. Next offering misses down and away.
2-1.
On the ground to third. And Realmuto is out.
Batting 7th, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
This is Bryson Stott. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now the first baseman. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Pitch misses there. 2-2.
2-2 to count.
That one lifted to left. Nimmo has it sized up. Drops into the glove, and that is that. Phillies strand 1. We'll move to the third with no score. And we're back.
Leading
and here's
off
the catcher, Luis Torrens.
Luis Torrens.
The 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's smooth a swing. It's a strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Outside low. Now 2 balls and a strike. One out, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. And it remains 2-2. That one missed. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's 2 down.
Batting 9th, center fielder Tyrone Taylor.
Next to hit, Tyrone Taylor. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. On the ground. Stop. To first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. No score. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, set for the bottom of the third. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Brandon Marsh.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately, you either have it or you don't.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Here's Turner now.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 2. Marsh on at first, nobody out. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, out, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Designated hitter Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Yeah, the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Down quickly go the Phillies. And we are still scoreless. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the fourth. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. And there's a foul ball. And that's their first base runner of the game. Here's Brandon
Now
Nimmo.
batting, left fielder Brandon Nimmo.
The Mets still looking for their first hit in this one. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Fastball is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fourth inning underway, no score. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And there's a ball.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Juan Soto in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Now
just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Juan Soto now. And that one fouled off. First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Around third. He'll score. Kepler hustles it back in. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Two on, one out. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. Second and third here, 1 away. Got him. Strikeout number 8.
Now batting the designated
Next to hit, Jared Young.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out with number 9 for him in this game. 9. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Philadelphia, John Chubby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Alec Bohm. That's to third, Baden. Tosses to first, 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. One down, Phillies down a run. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Now batting left fielder.
Max Kepler at the plate.
Max Kepler.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That one the other way. And that'll get down for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, catcher.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Kepler, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3 on the foul tip. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Mets 1 and the Phillies nothing. Back at Citizens Bank Park, here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
And down on strikes he goes. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
So up next for New York, Brett Beatty. On the ground, right side. Realmuto to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Two outs. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Runner on the move. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Back here in Philadelphia, here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Bunting for a hit. Picks it up with the bare hand, and he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
No outs, runner at first. Next is the speedy first baseman. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Lindor pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Stop. The base runner at first with one out. This one in the air, center field. Taylor under it. Brings it in. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Here's Trey Turner. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. The 1-1 is fouled off. Caught him looking for the K. One left for Philadelphia. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Top 6. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Here's a 1-1.
That's a ball.
Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Ranger Suarez up and throwing. Abel getting loose as well. That one down the line, and it stays fair.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
So digging in, Brandon Nimmo. The 2-1. Upstairs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk. And
now batting,
things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations. So he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
First and second, no outs. And now it's Juan Soto. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
On the ground, 2-ball. There's one. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. Fouled off. He was late. Runner at third. 2 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 1 and the Phillies nothing. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Reed Garrett.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup. The 2-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Dedniel Nunez appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Ground ball, Alonso. And he takes it himself for the out.
Up next for the Phillies, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
And now it's Alec Bohm. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. And 1-2. Up the middle, Lindor sends it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Down quickly go the Phillies. They trail here 1-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ranger Suarez.
For the
and they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up.
Suarez.
I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now fly ball to right center. Marsh on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. And next for the Mets, Jared Young. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 down.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the outside corner, got him looking. Down in order go the Mets, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And we're back, bottom of the 7th. Now here is Max Kepler. Strike 2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Just misses with that one.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And that one in there and gets Kepler. And now 1 away. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here comes Real Muto. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And here is Bryson Stott. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 1 and the Phillies nothing. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty.
Stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. One down, base is empty. This to third. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a foul out of play.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close home.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break and the Mets go down 1-2-3, but they're on top 1-0. Now on the bump, Ryan Stanek.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, 1-run game, and here's the first baseman.
First baseman, number 4.
Action in the Mets bullpen. Edwin Diaz up and loosening in the pen. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And now 2-2. 99 miles per hour to finish him off.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Two down. Line drive. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's a
Shortstop,
good sound coming off the
Trey
bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Making a move at first. Pinch running here. Johan Rojas.
Johan Rojas.
One down. Runner at first. Trey Turner at the plate. Pickoff throw. Rojas. Back on a dive.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Line, and that's a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Back-to-back base hits. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
So the tying run at second. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And that will end the inning. 2 left on. Through 8 full. It's the Mets 1 and the Phillies nothing. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Max Lazar. He's been so good against lefties. And
Number
stepping
60,
in for New York, Brandon Nimmo.
Max Lazar.
Just missed. Movement in the bullpen. Mick Abel appears to be getting loose. Strom, the lefty, warming up as well. Fouls one off. 2-2. On the ground to third. Boom. Over to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder Juan
Here's
Soto.
Juan Soto. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Nope. Just misses. Now 2-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
So up next, Pete Alonso. That's down and in. And this gets away from Real Muto. And now a man into scoring position.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
And that one hit to first. It's through for a hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Two consecutive base hits for this team. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Runners at the corners here, one away. So up next for New York, Jeff McNeil.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Starting to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Two on, one out. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. Did not go. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Rojas makes the play. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And they lead by 2.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Jared Young up now for the Mets. Alonso leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a swing and a miss.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies nothing. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Edwin Diaz.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
Edwin Diaz.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos.
Right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch is downstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Max Kepler now at the plate. Next offering is downstairs.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Tying run at the plate. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
It used to be when you see a 98-mile-per-hour fastball flash up there on the radar gun, you just automatically assumed it was a four-seamer. But, you know, that guy's got one of the better ones in the sport. Now we're seeing 90s with nasty, crazy sink, run involved as well. Right there, not only was he contending with the velocity of the pitch, but he swung right over the top of it because of all the movement on it as well.
And now it is JT Realmuto.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Got him looking. And they're down to their last out. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
So they're down to their final out. And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. The tying run at the plate. And that misses. And it's 2-1.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Man on second, 2 down. They're down to their final strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
Diaz is just 1 strike away. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it stays fair. Castellanos on his way to the plate. 1 runs in. The second run scores. And they've tied it in the bottom of the 9th.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Edwin Diaz won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Daniel Nunez gets the ball now.
72.
And we all know about his slider.
Daniel
It's just filthy,
Nunez.
man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So runner at second, 2 down. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to send this to extra innings. That
Ball
misses
2.
the zone, and that's ball 2. That one missed.
That's a really good take.
Trey Turner in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Winning run stands at second. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. 2-2 game. Back after this on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, on to extra innings. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Torrens.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like every...
Now this one gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single, and they lead it in the 10th. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Max Lazar gives way, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching
Mick
for the
Abel
Phillies.
takes over on the mound.
Number 40.
Just trying to keep this one close
Mick
here, and this is where
Abel.
a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
No outs, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Here's a 1-1. And that's outside. In for a strike. It's 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Torrens gets his lead at first with nobody out. Missed with a changeup, and it's 3-2. Swinging at ball 4 that is off the outside edge.
Now batting center fielder.
And next for the
Taylor.
Mets, Tyrone Taylor. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Fastball for a strike.
Boy, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And down on strikes. 2 gone. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Shortstop.
Well,
Francisco
both sides
Lindor.
equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. On to the bottom of the 10th. Stepping in, Trey Turner. So the tying run at second. Line drive, caught.
Man, he really turned on that one. Absolutely ripped it towards third.
Now
but
batting,
quick cat-like
designated
reflexes
hitter,
down there at the
Kyle
hot corner to bring it down.
Schwarber.
Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
And there's a ball. And a big swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Phillies have just 1 out remaining. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm.
Now batting, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Man at second. That one missed. And fouled off. The Phils down to their final strike. That misses the zone. And now it's 3-2. Nick Castellanos in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, this team just hadn't been playing fundamentally sound baseball, but today they put it together. This should start them rolling now. You have to pay attention to the details. If you do that with good pitching, good defense, you will win most of your ball games.